What's up everybody? Rewind Mike here. I had a great 2016 on YouTube, and it's partly in tune to my viewers, you guys. I've got a ton of new subscribers. I put together a ton of freaking awesome content that I'm actually very proud of this year. You know, I put together this really huge community project, and I got a bunch of my friends involved with it, and it's just been very productive for me, and it's all been super enjoyable to do. So, as a thank you to everybody, I kind of wanted to put together like a little video for 2017 to show you guys all the games that I'm anticipating. So, without further ado, I'm going to let you guys watch this.
Rockstar, you cheeky bastards. This team knows how to make an open world title. Grand Theft Auto 5 is proof of that. You can do almost anything in that game, not to mention the amazing gameplay it offers up. So after its release, we knew the team was up to something, cause we sure aren't getting a bully too. They finally announced Red Dead Redemption 2, a follow-up to the wildly popular series. The trailer didn't really show us much. What we do know is it's going to be a massive map, and there's going to be an abundance of wildlife. So is that any sort of indication of more survival type aspects? I don't know, but it all looks very serene and invites the thought of exploration. It's not very often a trailer can catch my attention without some action, but there is just something about the world that's really beautiful, and I want to experience whatever this game has to offer. This series has yet to see a PC release, but fans have created a petition for this game to be available to the master race. Hot off the heels of, well, nothing. I can't think of the last 3D platform game I was hyped for. Seriously. Key veterans stepped in to create a game that resembles all those collectathons from the N64's life cycle, just on far superior technology. It should be no secret to those of you who regularly tune into my channel that I love platform games. I think these types of games have been gone for far too long and can't wait to adventure in the 3D worlds full of mini-games, puzzles, and the aforementioned collectibles. As the team Yooka-Laylee, we're going to see a ton of different moves between the two of them and special team-only abilities. The overall purpose is to collect all these pages that are locked up in cages, and therefore, you unlock new areas in the game and stuff like that. To top it all off, the game will feature a local co-op, which is more than I could ask for, honestly. The fact it's even included has me overly excited. Furthermore, Shovel Knight is going to make an appearance as an NPC. Not notable on its own right, but the hero will be voiced for the first time. How cool is that? Come on! You ever just have an overwhelming feeling of hope? Yeah, Sonic Mania is that for me. The trailer hit all the right spots as we see Sonic return to his 2D roots, with 3 selectable characters, Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. And maybe there'll be more to unlock down the road. Who's to say right now? I'd personally love to see a Big the Cat campaign. Rocky? So they finally figured out how to hashtag make Sonic great again. It was by handing it off to the fans, baby. This is all we ever wanted. Why is it so hard to listen? Seriously. From a look at the gameplay video, we can already tell it's going to be a blast zipping in and out of all those loops, avoiding spike traps and excessively collecting rings. All in a beautiful 16:9 aspect ratio, with a soundtrack that's very reminiscent of the Sonic CD game. It's almost like a dream. I mean, it's Sonic Mania! The true Sonic 4. I think I know what I'm getting myself into with this one, right? This one's like actually watching a cartoon, and I'm not even joking. Cuphead isn't your typical run and gun. Okay, maybe it is, but that art direction really separates it from the others. The beautiful aesthetic draws inspiration from early animations such as Felix the Cat and the Mickey Mouse cartoon. The game's zany nature is also attributed to similar situations of surrealism which is complemented by the game's big band swingy style of jazz music. I can't lie though, the sound effects leave something to be desired. Whether it be ambient noise or even the enemies making some sounds while they run at you or they die, it needs to happen. The sound of the gun is just so annoying. Stages are selected from an overworld map that will often lead into platforming segments or a mini-boss. Though the game is boasting to be one tough cookie, with bosses ranging from flying planes on a unicycle to vengeful produce, to a veteran of the genre, it looks simple. But that doesn't mean it won't be fun. The addition of power attacks, dashing, and the ability to jump off and deflect pink objects will make for some great stage design and intense boss patterns. This is one game I can't wait to get my hands on this year, as it's received a pedigree level of polish. Oh, I didn't even mention the level up system. That's right, there's a shop that you can purchase upgrades and customize your cup hero at.
Welcome.
So, I think that alone will add to the overall replay value of this game.
Some people look out on the city and just see lights. I see lives, Agent, burning with hope for a better future.
This is a fantastic series and one that I've loved from the start. Crackdown 3 has all the carnage and chaos of your typical sandbox game, and it basically makes the player a superhero in that world. The inclusion of a drop-in and drop-out multiplayer story mode really placed those games high on a list. You know, because the players could be in like completely different areas of the map doing separate missions, or if you wanted, you could just challenge your friend to a race around the massive city, or beat your friend up if you want and throw them around. There's just a lot of fun to be had. Crackdown's unique skill progression was based on your preferred playstyle, so if you enjoyed pumping endless rounds into an enemy more than hand-to-hand combat, your overall accuracy will increase. This little addition made side questing all the more satisfying. Leaping around the town to discover these side quests, you'd normally run into agility orbs. Now in turn, those agility orbs allow you to run and jump even higher, so you never really felt like you were wasting time, just running around. This game has it all, and I was thrilled to see that they were making the third one. I spent countless hours on both games, with friends, and damn do I look forward to doing it again. I love stealth action games, so it's only natural I'm a fan of the Tom Clancy series, with Rainbow Six on the N64 being my first foray into the line of games touting the moniker. Through the years, I've played almost every released title, my favorites being the Splinter Cell series and the Ghost Recon series. This military sim, or MilSim for short, is a tactical third-person shooter. It puts the most high-tech gear at the player's hands to dispatch any threats that may concern the US government. The team acts outside official protocols, and they're considered dispensable, so backup isn't always just a call away. That really places a big emphasis on teamwork and coordinating attacks together. The series is known for being a mission-based game, but Wildlands is shaping up to be the first open-world experience. The location will feature a wide range of environments, from snow-covered mountains, desert plateaus, and rainforests. All of that, with a dynamic weather system plus day and night cycles, will open up the variety of ways any given situation will be confronted. The thought of that and playing with friends already has me grinning like a schoolboy. I'm gonna troll my friends so hard playing this game when they're trying to take care of something. But this is part of the reason I love open world games, because you have the freedom to do anything you can think of.
And who will die? Ghosts, and we do not exist.
I first played Gravity Rush when I got my PlayStation Vita. I love that little console. The main gimmick is the ability to control gravity, fly, move and throw objects, or deliver devastating attacks. and the gyroscope on the Vita made doing all of this fluid. This introduced a new level of involvement in both fighting and attachment to the main heroine, Kat. Gravity Rush 2 looks to retain that same feel and wonder from the original, just brought over to the PS4. The comic book art style is bright and beautiful. Visually, this direction will help the series remain timeless. The story is all over the place and it's wrapped in layers of mystery, kinda like an onion. But this is one onion you'll want to cut into. The sequel promises to deliver some answers to those unanswered questions. Gravity Rush's world is quite big for a handheld title, and it's looking to be even bigger this time around with more places to visit. Of course it's an open world game, so there's gonna be side questing along with a leveling system. As I said, the original was launched on the Vita, but a PS4 remaster can be downloaded or you can go find a physical copy of it over on Amazon. I personally prefer the Vita port as I feel it's the way the game was meant to be played. No matter what, I highly suggest playing it before the sequel, so don't miss out on a brilliant and unique series.
Legacies.
Capcom's Verse series has always been a fan favorite, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 being my personal favorite entry. The mix of characters, moves, intense combos, and all that flashiness can really be engaging. The amount of hours I spent practicing and honing my skills never became dull. But Capcom lost the Marvel license, so production of the game halted and balancing updates for the game stopped rolling out. And I lost all interest in playing. Having to stoop down to using a handful of characters for online play kills it for me. But the game was still enjoyable with friends. So when they announced the remaster for current generations, you can bet I was hyped. I bought it right away and didn't care about how broken it was anymore. It was just nice to have a large active community again, not to mention my buddies were back on it. Alongside the announcement of UMVC 3 came the trailer for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. And if you knew what to look for, it showed us a lot about the game. For the most part, all of the combos that you see can be replicated in Ultimate Marvel, so the mechanics will remain the same as well as most of the characters' movesets. Well, for these characters at least, there are only 6 that were officially announced. It seems they decided on a 2v2 combat system over the previous game's 3 vs 3. The Infinity Stones are making their long-awaited return. I'm more than sure they'll serve the same purpose as X Factor, but each stone will be a separate power, splitting up the chance to overturn a whole fight with one person left. That shit used to piss me off, but it's so satisfying to be on the winning side. In closing, I know way too much about these games, and it's going to be fun to return to the dojo again. In order to avoid a copyright strike on this video, guys, I did not use any footage from the game, and this is just going to be a short little segment. I like Zoraldo a lot. It's the best game that I like, and the Switch is out next month. I like it when the boomerang comes back and hits me in my go-go. And going inside the giant whale was a joy. In all seriousness though, guys, I really cannot wait for Breath of the Wild. It's going to offer so much in terms of new gameplay, mechanics, and ideas that we haven't seen in the Legend of Zelda series yet. We may have seen them in other games, but they haven't been incorporated into this one. The map's going to be the biggest one. It's just mind-boggling, and it's about time that this game comes out.
And just to kind of cap it all off, I'm going to show you guys a couple of the honorable mentions. Games that I'm looking forward to, but I'm still not quite sure on because I haven't played them. There's not that much info out there. And one of the games I did play, but I didn't really like the controls, so I hope that I fix that. But anyway, guys, here we go. And there you have it, some of my favorite games that I'm looking forward to. They look fantastic, they look pretty, they look great. Yooka-Laylee, Sonic Mania, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite Red, there's so much coming out. All these open world games, and you know what, they actually look like they're full, they have stuff in them, they have elements of great gameplay mechanics, and just, there's going to be a lot to enjoy about these games. So what are some of your picks? What are you waiting for in 2017? Any of these games pique your interest? Maybe something you haven't heard of? I don't know. But you could let me know in the comments down below. And as always, I'm Rewind Mike. Thank you very much for watching.